What's going on, everyone? I hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic. And this is Monday giveaway. We're gonna give away this particular stuff. It's an isolate protein. They call it Hustler's Kit. These are actually sachets you can carry around, and the fantastic thing about it is that it's got so many flavors in it: cookies and cream, coffee, vanilla cardamom, strawberry, chocolate caramel, hazelnut cappuccino. So we're gonna open this box. It's not really an unboxing because the outer box I already opened. We're gonna bring it out. I'll test one, maybe a really common flavor that I'm gonna test, so that the giveaway winner gets the rest of the ones and like really exotic flavors. So let's just do it. You get these 6 sachets, which look pretty big, and they got the label behind it. And I'm gonna pick one of those, and then we're gonna do the review based on our kind of standard review policy, I believe. Let's see what we got here. All right, so I got it. So see, all the flavors are written up here. By the dot that you see, that's the flavor. So these are all hazelnut cappuccino, man. Vanilla. All right, so I think hazelnut cappuccino is multiple, so I'm going to use that. All right, so we're going to test it based on our standard policy. So no matter what whey protein we test, we would put it through these tests. We're going to test on the quality, what's the source, quantity, what sort of protein you're getting, what amount of protein you're getting, value for money, what's the cost of one scoop, standard scoop 30 or 32 grams that you're going to calculate. And that we'll do based on their big packet, not these pouches, okay? So either 1 kilogram, 5 pounds, whatever is available. Then mixability and taste test. And while we do the mixability, mixability is a fantastic taste of finding out whether it's isolate protein or a blend or concentrate. I'm going to talk about that. And then we'll finish it up with our microscopic test to find out if they've added certain things they haven't mentioned on the ingredient list. So what this thing claims to be is a pure isolate, which is a great thing. That's the quality. And it's got stevia and sucralose, and it's also got some, let me see if I can show you, some natural and artificial color added to that. When it comes to the quantity of protein that you're getting 27 grams out of 30 grams or 32 grams, I guess, 30 grams of sachet or scoop, which comes to about 84% or exactly 84% of protein per 100 gram, which is not bad. Isolate proteins range from 82 to about 92% depending on the quality of protein. So this one's 84%, that's not bad. When it comes to value for money, this thing, although is not the costliest that you can find out there, but still in Indian market, I'd say it could have been a bit less. It could have been around 50 bucks because they haven't added that many of additives. Sometimes additives are really costly, okay? Sometimes you add colostrum and stuff like that, which is really costly and the price goes up. But this one, it doesn't have those things added, and that's why I think the price could have been brought down to about 50 bucks maybe. But then that wouldn't be that much profitable, I guess. Value for money, yes, it's probably not the best one, but it's not really bad a deal either. Now let's do the mixability and taste test in our trusted shaker. Alright, we're gonna cut it up, and we will use a portion of it. We'll keep a wee bit left because that'll help us do the microscopic test. This side. So let's do the texture check once. This is really fine stuff. Not really. I mean, okay, let's put it this way. What's this? That was in my finger. That's okay. Forget it. So I'd say if Nutrimed, Sinu, these companies, they must be getting their protein from somewhere, right? I mean, there are only few international suppliers like Glanbia, Davisco, Saputo. So if these folks get their protein, even that 6-pack nutrition, get it from somewhere, these guys must be getting it from somewhere else. because their texture was exactly the same, but this texture is different. It's grainy, but it's much finer. I mean, it's really fine. I mean, if you take it in your hand, and you press it, you'll see how fine it is. It's really fine. Smell. There's a bit of coffee flavor in it. Let's see. There it goes. How much do we have? Ah, that's a lot. Alright, I think we have enough left in the pouch for later on testing our other test, which is microscopic test. Now let's do our first test. Initially I used to do this thing and I thought I'm just messing around, but then I think I should do it because if you got a really nice fine protein powder, it's gonna mix really well, keeping only some lumps. And I'll talk about identifying isolate whey just in a minute. Just let's see how well this thing mixes. It mixed pretty well with those chunks that you can see. It's quite simply visible. This is the proof. One proof, like there are multiple things that you can test. This is one of the proofs that it's an isolate whey. The mixture will be translucent. Check this out. It would be translucent, all right? You would see through to some distance within the liquid. That's isolate whey. If you're getting a fantastic mixture, but it's really thick, that ain't isolate. That's blend or something else. Let's do the mix. Alright, so they got froth and there's no sinker. There must be some floater because I'm seeing those, but they've got froth. Now here comes the second proof. If you've got real isolate protein, it's gonna give you froth. Basically, it should give a way more froth if it's raw isolate protein. Here's the reason. Any protein should give you froth. The concentrate comes with a good amount of carbohydrate and lactose, which works as an emulsifier and reduces the froth. Now for isolate, those things are gone. So basically, if like these guys, they don't claim that they've added any emulsifier, right? They've just added color, sucralose, stuff like that's it. If they haven't added any emulsifier, then it should froth. If it's not frothing, and someone's telling you, hey, my whey protein doesn't froth and mixes really well, and it's isolate, well, 90% chance they're bluffing. I don't know how else they can get it. Please do your research. Go to bodybuilding.com, Livestrong, stuff like that, and find out if I'm saying is right or wrong. You buy some raw whey protein which doesn't have emulsifier, it's gonna froth. You add cocoa powder to that, or you got strawberry flavor to that, whatever you add, if it's not an emulsifier, it's gonna froth, and that's a proof it's isolate. The way this thing is showing up, it's absolutely isolate. All right, there's no other way other than doing some amino profile testing, which costs, I inquired, 25,000, 29,000, something like that. I ain't gonna do that, But this thing, see, there's just one stuff, sticking to that little ball. That's one. That's the floater. Apart from that, there's no sinker, there's no floater, nothing else. It mixed perfectly well. Translucent mixture. You can see through to an extent, and there was froth. And there are some floaters. You can see, right? Here and here. Those are the floaters. That's okay. That's good enough a mixture. I hope I made sense. Let's taste it. Alright, this thing tastes good. It's not too sweet, which I like. It's coffee flavor. I don't know if it's coffee, cappuccino, hazelnut or something. That minute detail I can't tell. It's sort of coffee flavor with a good amount of cream in it added. If you have it like that, that's how it tastes. It's not bad. It's a good stuff to have, but don't add more water than that. The flavoring is very light. So if you add more water, it's gonna die down. So the mixability and taste test was good, except for a few floaters that I showed you. That's it. Now let's jump down to the microscopic test. Once we're done with that, we're gonna conclude whether we should go for it or not, the pros and cons and stuff like that. Let's just use some of the powder. For microscope test, we don't need much of powder, we just need a wee bit. Let's not waste precious whey protein, right? Let's not. And we are, I guess, recording. So first I'm gonna do some focus action and see. Yeah, so we got a focus. So what do you got? This texture looks a bit greenish than anything else we've seen before. This thing will make more sense soon when I'm gonna bring in a reference frame, right? So I ordered this ISO sensation. That's like the best whey protein out there, isolate whey protein. So we're gonna test based on that. Other than that, this looks similar to the texture of as it is, I'd say, except what are these things? Hold on. Come on, am I missing it? Yeah, got it. Just a sec, I think I got something, but it's just, don't know in which direction I should move. Come on. Yeah, I got it. Yep. So what you see here on the screen, I think this thing, if I'm not wrong, these are, you saw the color of the mixture, right? A bit yellowish. So they probably added this, some sort of color granule. That's what it is. I'm seeing this thing, not just one. There are many. Let me see if I can find any more. See, if you see this area, that also is a big chunk of, I think those are color granules that they've added. Yeah. Apart from that, what I can tell by comparing it with as it is, the granules are a bit finer. They still got the shine to them, but they haven't added anything other than what they're saying they have added, which is good because sometimes they add binders and I don't know, weird stuff, and they don't mention that. See that's a color granule. See that? See that? That's a color granule right there. Yep, this one. Hope I can zoom in on it. Yeah. So this one is a color granule for sure, because it looked kind of yellow. So I think that's what natural identical color they've added. Other than that, I think it's absolutely fine. It looks similar to raw whey protein, right? Isolate raw whey protein. But yeah, we're going to do the universal nutrition ISO sensation test and probably get a reference frame. And also my viewers suggested that I should get some my protein, they're famous and their stuff we can use as reference as well. So I'll do that as the budget comes. All right. So when it comes to the pros and cons and then ultimately telling you whether you should take it or not, just my view, you don't have to, right? Pro is, of course, it's isolate, and we kind of, as per my experience, and I think you can do your research also, translucent mixture, froth on top without emulsifier, that's a proof of isolate. So they're saying they're giving isolate, they're giving isolate, all right? Now price 0.75 I mentioned, that is, I'm okay with the price, but I think it should have been lesser, okay? But I'll still put it on the plus because there are folks who are pricing at 65 bucks, 80 bucks, 120 bucks, so in that case it's okay. Microscopic test, it passed, I'd say, because we just found some color and the whey protein granules. We didn't find some nasty binders that you found in Muscle Blaze, for example. I'm not just de-shaming or something like that. And the mixability was pretty good, except for a few floaters, which is okay. Taste also is good, not bad, all right? But it's kind of light on the light side. So when it comes to the cons, and forgive me for that water just sipping off out of that thing, I couldn't think of many things except for the price, of course, so it should have been lower. And the other thing is also brand, Why I'm saying brand is not because it's a bad brand, it's just I've never even heard of it. Like, maybe they don't do much of an advertisement. It's not actually a con. It's just that we're so used to buying things from places where we know. So this is a not so known brand. I don't know where they make this stuff and stuff like that. If you know, please share it in the comment section. Others would be benefited. But these are the two things that I could think of. Other than that, it's a fantastic product. Now, when it comes to recommendation, yes, I'd say you can go for it. But I mean, I'm not giving it a 2 right tick sign. Why? Because the price is still high, right? You have cheaper options out there, but you can go for it if you want to, because it's got those benefits that we found in 6-pack. Although 6-pack was blend protein, this one is pure isolate, but it's got those same benefits. It's not having additives, it's pure isolate, it's doing well. Its price is lower than 6-pack, so I suggest you can go for it. The only thing is that you can find other alternatives in the market, so that's one thing that can deter you. Now, about the effectiveness or something, I believe it's very difficult to say, because see, supplements share only 5 to 10% of your overall nutrition. If you want to really find out how effective one particular supplement is, then you have to go in an actual medical study condition, which is very tough. What you can do rather is see if we have negative effects, like you're having bloating, you're having gas, stuff like that. So I would generally like to talk about that, but see, I'm giving away all the 5 sachets. So what I would suggest, whoever is the winner, please share your experience. But again, I think you can. After having one, I don't think I'll be able to share anything. It's just that I won't have much of an effect. But that's the idea of the giveaway. Please do share your experience with everybody on social media or anywhere where you're gonna feel whether it's good, bad, ugly, whatever you felt about it. All right, now over to the giveaway. So if whoever wins this giveaway, and there's always one winner, you're gonna get 5 sachets of this thing. These are perfect travel companion. The whole thing costs around $500. I used one, so around I'd say for $20 this whole 5 set. That's a good amount of protein to carry around and stuff, which is good. So to participate, you gotta use the Gleam link, which should be either on the screen or it would definitely be on the description. So go there and participate. It would be open till Friday morning, and then Friday anytime. There's no fixed time because that's my office day. I can find like a tea time sometime and then do a go live. We decide the winner. There will be similar things like question answers, different ways of getting into the competition. You can do that, and that's what we do. Please do participate in the giveaway. Last time we had only 13 participants. If you can share open-heartedly, of course, then a lot more people would know about the channel and also participate in this one. There's also a rule. If that whoever wins the previous one doesn't win the current one, so just one off. So Akshay won the last one, so this one Akshay won't be able to win. Not worry, you can win the next one, right? If the previous winner's name come up, we'll redraw. That's how it works. All right, thanks a lot for your support, for all the things that you're doing, giving me more encouraging comments and suggestions. Keep those coming in, and I hope to build a much more powerful community where we talk real logical stuff. Have an awesome lot, folks. Ciao.